Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving into a really fascinating concept straight from growth theory. So, have you ever looked around and just wondered, why do so many people, even folks pulling in totally decent or like really high incomes, seem perpetually stuck in this massive financial rut? It's kind of a huge modern mystery, right? I mean, they've got great jobs, they make good money, but they're still trapped in this super stressful cycle of always being broke. Well, today, we're going to decode exactly why that happens, and way more importantly, how you can actually break out of it.
Seriously, why do most people stay broke? Just take a quick second and actually try to answer that in your head. Okay, so the immediate assumption, like the total knee-jerk reaction we pretty much all have, is just that they aren't earning enough, right? We're totally conditioned to think, oh, if I just got that next raise, or if I just bumped up my salary, poof, the whole problem vanishes. We literally treat it like it's a simple math equation. But as we unpack this today, we're going to completely flip that assumption on its head.
Okay, let's dive right into this, because here's the wildly disruptive truth from our source material. It's actually not your salary. I know, crazy, right? The amount of money coming in, that's not the root of the problem. Most folks aren't staying broke just because they earn less. They're staying broke because of a very specific, super ingrained behavioral pattern that kicks in after the money hits. It's absolutely a mindset issue, not an income issue. And to really get our heads around this, we need to zoom in on one extremely specific moment in time.
Section 1. The payday trap. Right when that salary comes in.
This right here is where the trap really begins. The source points out that staying broke, it isn't some slow leak over the course of the whole month. No, the trap snaps shut the absolute second that salary hits the bank account. I mean, the moment the money clears, what happens? Boom. New phone, expensive food, late night online shopping. It's just this rapid-fire rush of pure consumption. We see the money land, and suddenly there's this overwhelming, almost uncontrollable urge to spend it on totally fleeting things. Come on, we've all been there. You feel that momentary rush of payday, you let it dictate your immediate impulses, and before you know it, you're converting your hard-earned cash into cardboard boxes on your doorstep and fancy dinners that are literally gone by the very next morning. It's an overwhelming, almost automatic response.
But why on earth do we actually do it? Why do we fall so easily into that payday trap? Well, the source text hits us with this seriously profound reality where impressing people who don't even care. Just let that sink in for a second. All of that frantic spending, the brand new phone, the flashy clothes, the wildly expensive dinners, a lot of the time it's really just a completely futile attempt to buy status symbols. We're actively, willingly draining our bank accounts just to put on a grand show for an audience that, frankly, isn't even paying attention to us. It's kind of a harsh truth to swallow, but when you lay it out like that, it makes you realize just how incredibly empty those purchases really are.
Moving on to Section 2, assets versus liabilities, and how these create two totally different financial paths.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that understanding the big distinction here is absolutely the key to breaking out of that payday trap we were just talking about. Rich people buy assets first, poor people buy liabilities first. Did you catch the critical word dividing those two mindsets? It's first. Look, everyone has living expenses, obviously. But when that salary drops, the wealthy mindset absolutely prioritizes acquiring things that are going to put money back into their pocket. The poor mindset, on the other hand, prioritizes acquiring things that actively drain money out. It literally all boils down to the order of priority.
Let's break down the actual mechanics of this because it's brilliantly simple when you lay it out step by step. Step 1. One group invests money. They're using their cash as a powerful tool to basically build even more wealth. But step 2, the other group spends their money just trying to look rich. They're basically using their money as a costume. So you've got one path building genuine, rock-solid security behind the scenes, while the other is just building a really convincing but incredibly fragile illusion. An illusion that leaves them completely broke the second the curtain falls.
All right, Section 3, building freedom, not status.
So how do we actually escape this illusion? Well, the source is strongly urging us to just totally stop buying things for the approval of other people. We need to shift our entire goal away from merely looking wealthy and move toward actually being free. And this brilliantly illustrates what true freedom really means. It's when your money works for you, not against you. Think about it. When you buy liabilities just to impress people, your money is actively working against you. It's locking you into this incredibly stressful cycle where you need more and more salary just to maintain the facade. But when you start building freedom instead, by acquiring actual assets, you completely flip the script. Suddenly your money becomes your hardest working employee, just grinding tirelessly in the background to sustain you. It's a real game changer.
So the absolutely crucial point here is this: shifting your mindset away from impressing others and leaning hard into building assets. That is the ultimate key to finally escaping the broke cycle. You can always follow Growth Theory for more of these awesome mindset videos to really lock these concepts in. But hey, Before we completely wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with one final super real question to ask yourself. The next time that payday hits your bank account, are you going to use that money to buy an audience, or are you going to use it to buy your freedom?